Republicans. Democrats are sick. Now, why would that be? So this is from Manu Raju. Was shutdown worth it? And Hickenlooper said, yeah, I think so. I hate it, but yeah, it was worth it. So let's hear this. It's about a minute long on CNN.
Shutdown worth it? Yeah, I think so. I hate it.
Wow.
But yeah, it was worth it, definitely. We got people to pay attention to the fact that this is a traumatic, in many cases, life or death situation for people all over this country. Was the shutdown worth it?
With what? With the Affordable Care Act? Something that Democrats created all on their own with zero Republican support. Not a single Republican voted for Obamacare or any of the tax subsidies subsequent to Obamacare getting passed, like way back in like 2009 or some shit. So was it worth it? Like 42 million people potentially losing their food benefits and healthcare skyrocketing because Obamacare has been a thing all this time. It's just hilarious that that's the stance that dude took. Hickenlooper. Crazy.
I think it was, because I think the perception, we made it clear that this, not just the healthcare issue, but the whole issue. I think it was remarkable when the president tried to use SNAP as the punishment to force us to capitulate.
It wasn't that at all. As a matter of fact, it was Democrats who decided to defund SNAP because SNAP benefits were up to be funded with the continuing resolution bill, and Democrats voted against it 14 times. So they voted against funding SNAP benefits 14 times in a row.
Now, as part of this bill, it would reopen parts of the federal government until the end of January 30th, and other parts of the federal government through September 30th of next year. But that issue about health care is still dividing Democrats very badly at this moment. The Speaker of the House,
yeah, it's their mess. It's not the Republicans' mess.
That he would put a health care bill on the floor of the United States House, which is one big reason why we expect the Democratic leader, Hakeem Jeffries, to fight this hard and urges members to vote against this tomorrow. Wolf.
So that doesn't surprise me in any way, shape, or form. Does that surprise anybody that Hakeem Jeffries is going to try as hard as he can to get them to not vote for this bill because the Affordable Care Act is not in this bill? So how is Hakeem Jeffries going to spin that when he's on the floor, like demanding that no Democrats vote for this and effectively keep the government shut down? So is Hakeem Jeffries going to personally own the shutdown? Is he going to take full ownership of the shutdown? I would love to see that play out, but that would not surprise me. I fully believe him when he says that. So that's going to be very interesting to read up on that tomorrow. So I'm hoping we got some good video footage of that, which I'm sure that we're going to. Not sure if Hakeem Jeffries is going to give any speeches or anything tomorrow. Wouldn't surprise me if he does, because he's one of the leading Democrats in the House. So anyway, actually he is the leader, isn't he, of the Democrats? So Leader John Thune, after 41 long days, I'm glad that we finally have a clear path to ending this unnecessary shutdown in a responsible way that quickly pays federal workers and reopens the federal government. It also puts the Senate in a positive position to continue what we started months ago, funding as much of the government as possible through the regular order appropriations process. And then I've got this from TV News Now. Scott Jennings, one thing that came out of this entire fight is that Obamacare has been exposed as a complete and utter failure. We all know it. Everybody admits it. The other thing that came out of it is that Democrats are willing to make people suffer. We heard Democrat after Democrat say we just couldn't prolong the suffering. So it just looks like the quotes just continue on to the end of this. So I'll just play the video because they're going to cover it. And this, again, is on CNN, folks. This is CNN.
One thing that came out of this entire fight is that the healthcare system in this country has been, Obamacare, has been exposed as a complete and utter failure. We all know it now. Everybody.
Hallelujah. Finally, somebody says it.
Is that Democrats are willing to make people suffer. And you heard Democrat after Democrat today say, well, we just couldn't prolong the suffering. So they admit that their political tactics were designed to inflict suffering on the American people. We also
somebody looks a little ass hurt.
Cynical politics in this, but the overall
they
issue
hate to hear it.
is going to have to be dealt with because the system has failed.
People are so
Everyone,
scum.
I think it's bipartisan.
It's so scum.
Now admits it, but I'm not sure that having Mike Johnson commit to giving billions of dollars to insurance companies for insurance that's not getting any better, it feels like it's getting worse to the American people.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
I could see Democrats and Republicans coming together to discuss that. Like, if we're going to spend this amount of money, should we be just giving it to insurance companies, or should we be doing something else with it that would actually have
give it to the people, like Trump said,
making it feel like you could get seen by a doctor and get a better health outcome?
Yeah, let us choose our own shit. That's what Obamacare promised.
Insurance companies is not getting us any better outcomes.
Look,
at all.
Oh my God, dude, the looks on their faces, man. Like they are cringing their asses off while he's saying all that because he's absolutely correct. He's absolutely right. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. I mean, regardless if the tax credits were to go through, yeah, okay, people's premiums would stay the same, relatively the same amount as they have since 2022 due to the COVID tax credits for Obamacare. However, everyone's premiums are still in the hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month. And if these tax credits are expiring, so everybody's insurance is going to double or triple, whatever the amounts are that Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer were giving off. They were throwing out ranges anywhere from $2,000 increase per year. Chuck Schumer was saying $20,000 a year. I don't know if that was him misspeaking, but he absolutely said that some people's premiums for the Affordable Care Act are going to increase up to $20,000 for the next year because the tax credits are expiring. So absolutely the fault of the Democrats because they have owned Obamacare every single step of the way.